Alright guys, I hope you can hear me. I'm going to show you our... I refuse to give stuff away. And when I say that, I don't want to charge nobody. I ain't saying I want to charge you because I don't do that. I mean give secrets and all the techniques away. But here's the philosophy we use. I kind of jokingly said the other day, was talking about the anchor punch. I'm going to show you what an anchor punch is. I'm going to show you a linger-on punch, and I'm going to show you the Mary Jane. And we take broad philosophies and we try to rein them in. In other words, when you guys are training, you know, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe you pivot. Maybe you're doing a lot of stuff. Step, step, step. Back, back, back. Maybe you're punching as you're going forward. Maybe you're punching as you're coming back. I do the philosophy, you fit the style to the guy. So in other words, you just change everything around, or what you need to change around, to that particular person. That's 60s and 70s training right there. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. It's no assembly line going. I'm standing here. Maybe I pivot to the side. Maybe that's a step and a turn on the front foot for you. If you're going, maybe that's that step for you. And it's great to learn all those things, and we learn those things in the beginning, right? All right. But you got to take it to a point. You got a guy A over here, you got a guy B over here, and you have to do what's practical for each person. You got a slender, taller, faster guy over here. You got a little bit slower but stocky, more muscular guy over here. You got to change philosophies. One size don't fit all. So in those 3 punches, I was thinking about it, and I said, that roundaboutly shows 60s and 70s boxing. Now the anchor punch, Ali did work on. The linger on, he did work on. Those are Ali things that Ali said, but it was nothing new. When he said, we're getting ready, we're doing a brand new punch, there was nothing new about it. Before he fought Patterson in his first defense outside of Sonny Liston, he said, they asked him, you developing a new punch here? He said, yes, I am. It's called the linger on. The linger on is you do a 1 and then you do a 2. And when you come out with that right cross, what's happening is when you know you've got that guy stunned, you don't go all out crazy. You go with a brisk jab, and you linger his confusion, his punch drunkenness, his dizziness, and his awareness up. You linger it on. And you wait for the appropriate time to take the guy out. Hence, it's called the linger on. The anchor punch was a specific right punch, and I'm going to try to describe it to you. Somebody comes around and they come around with a sweeping left, and they miss. I see this all the time today, and nobody's capitalizing on it because everybody's going through the assembly line. Everybody. And even when a guy's got a lot of speed, they're not capitalizing on it. Somebody, and it could be in reverse the other way, and you can come back with the left. But you got guys all the time, and they've swept around, take a step over here, they're looking back this way, and what you're going to be doing, you're just going to come over with them. They just went past you, and you're going to bang. So I'm right here. I've done come around. I'm like this. You see the side of my face exposed. And what's never being capitalized on, almost never, I'm shocked when I see it today, which you would see in the 50s, 60s, and 70s all day long, and into some of the 80s. Once that guy get around, and this happens all the time in boxing, the guy, you know, I was here, I'm facing this way, the guys came around, probably took a step up, because he's, you know, it's a vicious hook he's tried to throw at you. So you got him angled and you throw that right. You don't rear back and give him time to move and time to pivot or jump back. However's the quickest way he's going to get reset or out of your way. And that's hence what they claimed that Sonny Liston took a dive on. I do believe it was a real punch. However, I do believe either Liston took a dive on that particular punch, which is the anchor, that punch coming back to the side of the head there, pow! And that's about how Ali did it, and he had his force coming down with it. Either Liston was paid or threatened or something happened, or as Liston said, he was very confused on the count. I don't know, but he wasn't hurt like what he was exaggerating or what had happened. It is possible he was faking being hurt and going to get up and start welling on Ali, but his day had passed and a lot of other issues with that fight. All right. The other is a Mary Jane. And the Mary Jane is what Rocky Marciano relied on as his go-to punch. And if you want to see the Mary Jane perfectly applied, bam, bam, but it's really that right, go watch Rocky Marciano versus Jersey Joe Walcott, and I believe it was the second fight where Marciano just destroys Jersey Joe Walcott, and that's the Mary Jane. So without giving a whole lot, anything away really, and without being technically burdensome, what I'm seeing today as an old guy is slowing 90% of the field down, where guys are being trained one certain way down an assembly line, and it's like zero freedom of expression in boxing. Kepner had a video up the other day. You can go check out Kepner Boxing. He's talking about the different styles, and of course he goes back to the 60s and the 70s to show these styles at Kepner Boxing. And that guy's probably forgot more than I've ever known. So, but he's got a broad perspective of things, and that's something that's getting lost in boxing. So remember trainers, fit. You got to fit what you can do with a particular boxer and what that boxer can do. And if you do that as a boxer and or as a trainer, you'll go way further in this sport that we call boxing.